Starting to rain, sprinkles anyway, the 11th of January 2023 here in Michigan. And I'm sitting out back in the yard, and I started a fire, burned some old paperwork and a few other miscellaneous items. And I'm sitting here getting warm by it. It sure feels good. Sort of a dry air when that heat hits you. It's been damp and moist here, and you know, if it's going to be like this, I'd rather it be colder and have snow. It's healthier for you, I think. I hope you're all doing all right out there, wherever you are today or tonight. It's been kind of a rough go for me the last couple days, but that's nothing unusual in grief's journey. It comes and goes. Sometimes it's really hard, really hard. I know I'm not alone in that respect. I think everybody goes through it in one degree or another, the ups and downs. And it's been over 10 months for me, but sometimes I've had some really hard days here lately. And I put a video out, the last one I put out was at the cemetery. It was my 5-month date. And doing that brought it all back to me, and I had a hard time after I did that for a day or two. It just put me in a state of mind that I can't describe to you. But I'm gonna stop this for a minute here. I have to go check on these cats. They're out here running around. I gotta constantly check on them. Okay, I found one over here underneath these pine trees. She's all right. Emily, come on. Come on, man. Come on, Emily. You, over here. Yeah, I'm talking to you. They try to listen. I'll take him in here a little bit. So, just out here trying to walk and get a little exercise. I mentioned a minute ago, a little bit ago, that I had a toothache. Yeah, I still do. Boy, that can set you back a ways. It really can. If it gets any worse, I'm gonna have to go to the dentist. Way in the back. I don't like dentists. I don't like those needles, but if I have to go, I'll go. I'm hoping I don't have to go, because that'll set me back quite a bit. I mean, if it hurts, I gotta take painkiller. I have a whole bunch of that left for my wife, though. Anyway, Just out walking around and trying to enjoy my day before I go back in, sit inside, read, and I'll probably watch some videos. There's some things on TikTok that's called TikTok. I'm sure a lot of you know what that is. And there's a lot of Christian stuff on there, but there's a lot of stuff that isn't that good either. But not in my opinion, but some of those people that get on there and sing these 30-second songs, and that's pretty cool. I like that. And there's other stories there too that are good. And there's a guy I like, it's on there now. His name's Kent Hovind. He's a creation scientist. And years ago, during one administration, I won't mention whose, but if you look it up, you can figure it out. He was put in prison for 9 years. And when another president became president, I'm not sure if that was why, but he got out of prison. I think that was one of the reasons. And in my opinion, he was unjustly placed in that penitentiary or wherever he was. I'm not sure where he was. But he had 9 years of his life taken away and put in prison. But for him, maybe it was a blessing because he studied harder and he learned more things. And I don't know, maybe he'll write a book about it one day, but I met him at Ward Presbyterian Church in Northville, Michigan. Or it's either Northville or Novi. Anyway, it's along 275, a stretch of 275/96 up that way. And I bought every videotape he had and a lot of his books. And as we were leaving with him, they had a table set up outside the sanctuary, and with all the stuff on it. I bought everything there, just about everything. And I'm carrying the box. My wife's carrying a bag. And we met him in the hallway. He goes, "There's a guy that's going to be busy for a while." And I talked to him for briefly, formalities. And then he walked away. I didn't realize he was like 6'2" or something like that, 6'3" maybe. He didn't look that tall on the stage there, but I'm 6 foot, so I was surprised. But anyway, I've been studying those things for years, and that was almost 20 years ago, 15 years ago. I'm not sure, but I've had those tapes for a long time. We didn't have DVDs then. They were just coming out, or CDs, DVDs, all that. So however long ago that was. And that was a good day that day. And I watched those things for hours. Every chance I could get, I would watch them. And I learned a lot. He had so many debates, and in my opinion, I watched every one of them. He won every one, without a doubt. That's right. And you can see those online, I believe, or on YouTube, some of them. It's not copyrighted, so you can download it and do anything you want with it. I might even share some of that here. I'm going to write him a letter, I think, in the future here, and ask him about all that, what I could do for the kingdom of God. His heart's after the Lord, there's no doubt about it. When your heart's after the Lord and you go out and express it and show it to the world, the enemy comes after you. The world, the flesh, and the devil. I don't know any other name to use than that, but it's there. If you just want to float along, he might just leave you go, and let you go ahead and do your thing. But the minute you try to tell people about Jesus, things happen. And I can testify to that. There's been a lot happening in my life I was not prepared for after my wife's death. And even before that, though, every time I tried to get religious is not the word I'm looking for, but get closer to the Lord and share my faith, things would happen. So I'm not saying you can't have a peaceful life if you share your faith with others, about your faith. No, you can. It just depends on God's plan for you, for me, and that's how that works. Now the mailman's here. See what kind of good news they're bringing. Did I say mailman? Oh, mail person. Anyway, I wanted to share that with you about those kind of things. And I should probably get back to my fire. I got a fire going over here, and round them up here and take them in, and I'm going to call it a day. I think I'll go in and clean something. I haven't been doing a good job of that. I let things go. Dishes have piled up. Be surprised you only use one dish, and yet there's 12 of them in the sink. Well, not that many, but I should get paper plates. I think a light bulb just went off in my head. Paper plates and forks. I got the forks. Yeah, hey, I'm all set. Well, anyway, I hope you're doing all right. I really do. I mean that. I hope you're doing all right today. And if by chance you just stumbled onto this video here, or this channel, and you're watching this video for the first time, I'm a man that's been through grief, losing my wife on the 26th of February, a year ago. And that date, that 1 year anniversary, is coming up pretty quick. And I'm sharing my life story here. Some of it. The grief part anyway. And a little bit more maybe at times. I can't share everything with you. But I can share what might help you. And hopefully something like this maybe will. And if you are new to this, my heart goes out to you. Because we've been there. I've been there. We all have at one point. Some of us are just months away from that. Some 5 months. Some a year. Almost a year. 2 years. And some even 12 years or more. You know, it's a hurt you just can't describe to anybody. A spouse, mainly what I'm referring to here, but there's other types of grief and different levels of grief for different things. I got that. And if you are new, God be with you. My prayers for you today, and the prayers from others too, if you happen upon this. And leave a comment. Tell how you feel. Someone will pray for you, I think. I believe that. And if I see it, I'll pray for you. I sure will. I do for everyone. I don't get on my knees and cry for an hour, but I say a heartfelt prayer, and I make sure I know that my heart's clean and my mind's clean when I pray for you. I want God to hear that prayer, you know, and He will, I believe. So I'll let this go. Now, take my glove off, and I've finished my green tea. And I gotta go do a little bit more walking and round up a bunch of crazy cats here and take them inside. So I'm gonna gently pull this off of here and set this down. That really wasn't gently, but and say goodbye for now. Alrighty? Okay. God bless.